there's been a lot of influencer products that have come out recently. I've actually been the, at Starforge, right? I do one of them. I was going to watch this and see what's going on here because you have Lunchly that's been put out by Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast, and it's received a lot of criticism, and we'll take a look at it.
What do you get when you cross a fake natty, a sniper's dream, and the Antichrist? An epic YouTube product, baby. Today we're talking about Lunchly. Did you guys hear the news? A new Lunchables competitor has hit the market. Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul are releasing Lunchly, a Lunchables competitor.
I didn't see it at Target the other day.
Prime, Feastables chocolate, and a variation of food. Yep. Wow, guys, look at this. It's 3 of my favorite people. Why does he always do this fucking face, bro? It looks like he's nutting. Hello? Somebody answer this question, please. Is this supposed to be quirky? I don't speak British, all right? And ever since Andrew Tate pointed out that Mr. Beast smiles without moving his eyes, I can't unsee it. I was joking, but they actually have the word epic to describe their ingredients.
Jesus, epic ingredients? Actually, you know what? I think this is a W move. This is a 5-head play made by Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and KSI. The reason why is because saying something is epic isn't regulated by the FDA. We're not using healthy ingredients. We're not using organic ingredients. We're using epic ingredients. And that word isn't regulated.
As if this is not just complete slop designed for children. If you've never heard of Lunchables, I don't even know how you're here right now. You probably didn't have a childhood. You just spawned in as an adult. It's essentially MREs for kids.
That's right.
Calorically dense sludge designed in a lab to keep your little Jimmy running around all day long at recess. I don't know. As a kid, Lunchables absolutely slapped.
They were amazing.
But I will also admit that it was a different time, a different era, okay? We were all different people pre-9/11. What are we dealing with here? We got some turkey stackums. By the looks of it, it's 2 Ritz crackers, except they're not even Ritz crackers. They're probably some fucking knockoff. Some cheddar cheese.
That's the thing, is like, so I told you guys this, and we're doing it today. They sent me 3 kinds of Lunchlys. And after this, I'm going to try them. I'm going to try them on stream. I bought Lunchables. I bought the equivalent Lunchables. I'm going to try them myself, and I'm going to give my honest opinion about which one I like. You know what's going to be really funny? Is that if the Lunchly ones are better, everybody is going to fucking hate me. That's what's so funny about it, is that I think that, like, yeah, what if they are good?
And some lab-grown turkey.
I don't know.
I don't want my snack to be healthy, okay? That's not what I'm thinking about as a child. All I care about is how it makes me feel. Lunchables were a rite of passage. I'm not over here like, oh, we need to get rid of all this toxic food for the youth. Do you think I care? No. Let the kid eat the Lunchables.
Yeah, if he wants to eat, if all your kid wants to eat is blue food coloring, then I think that's really good for him. He can become a blueberry.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's probably better that it has more calories and it's worse for them. Good. It'll put some hair on their chest. All right? Everyone's too soft. We got the Fiesta Nachos.
Ooh.
And the pizza. Why is the pizza in quotations? As a YouTuber.
Because it's not really a pizza.
Myself, I've tried Prime
Maybe that's
and I've tried Feastables. And if there's one word to describe both of them, it's mid. The 2024 meta is to be a YouTuber and come out with your own product that is just so fucking basic, so plain, so vanilla. Make something good. You see,
I think the problem is also, like, whenever you have something that people have to put inside their body, there is an extra level of trust and accountability that you have. Because if you're selling t-shirts and then people find out that your t-shirts were made by, sweatshop workers in the third world, nobody really cares about this, right? It doesn't really affect them. But if you're making something that people have to eat, Now we're talking serious shit.
Testament to the artist, because none of them actually make good videos, and if they made good videos, then maybe they can make a good product. But no, since we live in the slop era, they will continue to pump out slop. Slop in, slop out. This tweet absolutely popped off. Wow, more subpar cheaply made shit with YouTuber branding on it. This will definitely be less healthy than Lunchables. I wouldn't consume anything tied to Logan Paul. You gotta take into account that this comes out at the worst possible timing. Mr. Beast is getting dragged through the mud. Logan Paul is being...
I feel like the Mr. Beast and Logan Paul stuff, I feel like it's kind of fallen off. A lot of it has. Like, you still have people that are mad about it, but, like, it's nothing like it was a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think people have they've kind of moved past it. They don't cook it themselves? Yeah, that's a good thing.
Sued by about 43 people. And I don't think about KSI, to be honest. Yeah. Love Lunchables as a kid and occasionally enjoy as an adult. That doesn't mean these products are healthy or should be consistently fed to kids. As with anything, moderation is key. But I do believe we can provide easier, healthier options for parents and kids. We can do better. I don't know if...
I think that's true to an extent, but I don't really... I think that people have like a unique hostility towards content creators that make overpriced products. But overpriced products are all over the market. Like, I don't view this... I think the issue is that people view content creators, or I always hate using the word influencer products. They view them as like they need to have a higher level of trust, or they view influencers as not a brand. And I think that once you start looking at something like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul as a brand rather than a person, you can begin to have a healthier relationship with consuming their content and their products. Because you shouldn't trust them just because they have, you know, they said that you should trust them, basically, or they said that it was tasting good. It's the same as like, and I know that people are capable of this because we do it all the time. Like companies very regularly will hire celebrities because the celebrities have an established level of trust and knowledge with an audience in order to sell or push a product. It's a celebrity endorsement. So you should look at it the exact same as that.
You guys have realized
it comes across as a cash grab. Well, it is a cash grab. Like all companies, like everybody that's selling something is trying to make money. I don't really see that as being a problem. I think the problem comes with the value. It's not the price, it's the value.
Very YouTuber autist thing to do. And I know because YouTube is a game of optimization. The hidden tech for these business moguls and entrepreneurs is to take an existing product and just make it like 5% different. That's it. They're trying to...
To be fair, that's what a lot of people do. Like every time I go to a grocery store, there's always a store brand that's right next to the basic brand, and it's pretty much the exact same thing. This is what everybody does. Yeah, all of the brands do this. Yeah, whether it's Pokimane or anything else. And I think the issue, again, it's that people have like a unique like disfavorability towards this because it's done by influencers, and they view influencers as requiring a higher level of trust and behavior. I don't think that people should expect that because it's never going to happen. Number one, it's never going to happen because it just because, oh, I want this to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. People need to change the way that they interact with and they have relationships with content creators.
Mog things that already exist and pass it off as better and or healthier, which it gets murky, okay? You can't claim healthier.
I fucking agree with that. That's a fact. Absolutely.
Unless you're standing on business, which they're not. Created by the creators. Lunchly is changing the grab-and-go game with an innovative approach that prioritizes quality ingredients and delicious flavors. We're here to fuel your fun from the lunchroom to the break room by packing every Lunchly box with a prime hydration and a Feastables bar. Driven by our commitment to great quality and taste, we're confident there's no better value on the market. Remember, leave no crumbs. Team Lunchly. Yeah, behind these three bozos.
They have no transparency. They accepted their role as manipulators. They have no transparency. Well, a company shouldn't have transparency, really, unless it's something that interacts with the audience. I mean, they have as much transparency as any other food company does. Like, they have to put their ingredients on the side of the box. They have to say certain things. Like, there's not really like Starforge has transparency. There's a lot of things that we're not transparent with. Like, if you think that Starforge is transparent, I appreciate it, but there are many things that we're not transparent with and we don't talk about. Of course, because it's a business and that's what every business does. Like, that's the way everything is. Like, whenever you think about transparent, I think that people expect you to, like, tell them something. That's normal. Of course you're not going to be talking about, like, every aspect of your business publicly. That's common sense.
Clowns. There's probably about 16 different men in suits in a boardroom, just like, yes. How else will we carve out the children's market? These are grown men. Why are you making children's products, bro? And of course, they have this us versus them dynamic, this unique branding. How do we size up this dick measuring contest?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Lunchly versus the leading brand. Flavorful combos versus standard picks. What do you mean? You copied the exact same formula. Ready for this one? This is my favorite. 400.
It's always really funny for me to see this because how many times have I seen this with other brands? They always do this. Every brand does this. Yeah, this is nothing new.
100 milligrams of electrolytes per prime flavor in each Lunchly pack versus 55 milligrams of electrolytes per Capri Sun flavor in comparable Lunchables products. If I were a competitor, I think I would just sue them, to be honest, because this is deceptive. First of all, Prime is a shit hydration beverage, okay? We already dissected the formula. It's all potassium, no sodium. Sodium is the most important electrolyte that is lost during sweat, which, you know, you would think you want to include in your hydration drink. Second of all, since we're dealing with literal fast food, both of these are loaded with sodium already. So they're comparing electrolytes beverage for beverage, but they're not disclosing that the food has the sodium and the nutrients that you need already. They're just trying to one-up Capri Sun, and you will never do that. Bold packaging.
That's a fucking fact. I love Capri Sun.
Versus basic packaging. You're never going to beat the nostalgia factor of Lunchables. Every single person, an adult, buying a Lunchable for their kids is buying one because they ate it growing up. They're not going to look at the package and go, ooh, this is bold. Wow.
I think that it's possible for you to change that. I'm not sure if I agree with this because, like, if you have a lot of kids and it's being marketed directly to kids, like, kids' interests change over time. I think that can absolutely happen, but it just really depends on whether that's going to happen or not. I think it is possible, though.
Let me try this. Meanwhile, it's double the price, okay? $1.99 versus $4. I can get 2 Lunchables for the price of 1. Big gestures versus mid-moments that they're filling a word count. That means nothing. Yes, this is what I want my child to be drinking. Water, citric acid, dipotassium phosphate, natural flavor, sucralose, acetylene potassium, gum arabic, ester gum D-alpha tricepharyl acetate. Somebody commented,
seems delicious.
Seed oils and Chinese microplastics. These kids are probably going to be walking around with chronic inflammation, just swollen, early onset acne, and who knows what, which is why today's video is sponsored by...
I actually don't think that, like, I really don't think that there's going to be any sort of, like, real negative impact. I bet probably Lunchly is not that far different of Lunchables. I think they probably copied Lunchables 95% of the way there, and then bullshitted the last 5%.
Geology.
Yeah, I think
Committing
that's
to
what
better
makes
skin
sense.
does not have to be difficult. Most guys know the importance of a skincare routine,
That's right.
but have no idea where to start. Everyone has unique needs when it comes to skincare, whether it's acne, dark circles under the eyes, anti-aging, or just general clear skin or good skin health. Geology creates a simple and effective skincare
The way that you have to take care of your skin is you want to don't use soap and just use a razor and just go over all your skin and scrape everything off. That's what I do. I've done this for years.
routine
Yeah.
personalized to you so that you can
Use
get
a
the
knife,
results that
yeah.
you're looking for. It starts with a 60-second quiz. Tell them about your skin goals. They then develop
Makes
a
sense, that's right.
derm-grade personalized routine and deliver it to your door. What makes Geology special is that it's people-proven skincare. In fact, they have over 10,000 5-star reviews. You will be shocked how much better your skin will be. Geology's success is evident with 32 prestigious awards, including nods from Men's Health and Oprah Daily Grooming Awards. It's clear that Geology is changing the game and changing minds.
I've always wondered, like, what would happen if I used that stuff on my face. You know, I always have. I don't know. Yeah, because it's like, try it. Yeah, because like, if you look at my face, like, I don't have anything. Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with my skin at all. And so I don't know what I don't know what I would do.
Favorite part about Geology is that it's not complicated. Their routines are personalized to you and they're super easy to follow. There's no need to sift through the endless amount of skincare products because Geology has taken it down to the essentials with dermatologist-approved products and formulations. From their affordable skin revitalizing vitamin C, E, ferulic acid serum to their 2 times award-winning co-wash and hair care products to their amazing smelling body care line of body wash and deodorant, which honestly has some of the best scents ever. They take care of your bathroom needs. Click on the link down below or use code Philion70 to get 70% off your skincare trial set. And thank you to Geology for sponsoring this video.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
You actually want sugar added in your hydration formula because it helps with the absorption in the blood barrier in your stomach of said electrolytes. But since Prime Hydration actually doesn't have any sodium, it's a pretty useless formula in the first place. Now, isn't it?
Crunch Bar. Whoa. Feastables Crunch Bar. Yeah! Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call
I cannot wait to try this shit out.
it real cheese.
I
We're also 30
can't
less
wait.
calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
Who gives a fuck?
Turkey stack 'em, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
This is the best part.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Don't you guys
I really have to respect how shameless that is. I do. Like, that, it's so shameless. Like, yeah, that's really impressive.
have enough money? Seriously,
Yeah.
pack it up. Go home. Log out.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing? If my hypothetical child was stranded in the desert, starving, famished, and needed something to eat, I'm giving them a Lunchable over a Lunchly any day, because Lunchables are higher in calorie. You already know my children are going to be demons at recess.
Nice.
And completely destroy the soy maxing children who opt for the Lunchly option with fewer calories.
I just love that. Oh, God. Quality control for every meal.
Apparently, they're passing every Lunchly through TSA.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they're X-raying
for
my
the
turkey
airport.
crackers. But
Yeah.
so one tweet by Dan TDM, apparently he's an old YouTuber, says, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." That received a light
A lot of people were happy about it.
300K
Yeah.
hearts, 34,000
Yep.
retweets, and of course, piqued the attention of Logan Paul himself,
Oh.
who then responded
Uh-oh.
and said, "I'll tell you what happened."
Which, by the way, I actually don't think that's that big of a deal. Like, if you want to sell something to make money, what's wrong with that? Like, I don't like the idea that a person trying to make money on the internet is something that's inherently bad. And I think it's a toxic mindset to have. And it's unrealistic. That's life, right? That's life. It's nothing wrong with them trying to make money. The only real problem that I have with Lunchly is that if you are advertising a product as being a healthier alternative, I think that you should absolutely have a higher degree of accountability for using that word.
YouTubers, we spent our
Targeting
lives...
kids is shameless, though? I don't really see that as being problematic. Targeting kids? So who do you think Lunchables targets? Who do you think candy makers target? They all target kids. I don't see this as being like a unique evil.
Creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset? Then don't eat it. And then the community notes came in. Prime Hydration LLC was filed against for including lead on 3 separate occasions, with the third being on March 24th of 2024. Commenting on Lunchables' lead findings while including a drink also known to have lead inside a meal pack is very hypocritical. But the circus continues because they got checked again in the community notes. The 400 milligrams of electrolytes in the chart appears incorrect. The 12-ounce Strawberry Banana Prime of the Fiesta Nachos and the 12-ounce Ice Pop Prime of the Turkey Stack'ems both have 500 milligrams of potassium, not 400 milligrams. That does not even include the other electrolytes. This whole branding of electrolytes, gotta get your electrolytes, just fucking buy...
Well, I think that I actually really like the fixation on electrolytes because it makes me realize that we're getting closer to idiocracy being real. And it makes it more, like, authentic to me. Yeah, I think that the more we focus on electrolytes, the better. It's what plants crave. That's right.
Lunchables. And then fellow YouTuber Oompaville, shout out Caleb, tweeted at Logan, "Bro doesn't know anything about lead, nor did he read the article. LOL, if your argument is that, quote, my product is healthier because it doesn't contain as much lead, you're embarrassingly stupid." The lead contamination claim is in regard to California's lead rules, which are the strictest in the US, but the same for the EU. Lead is in everything and it's impossible to avoid. Sweet potatoes, which are healthier than your shit Lunchable ripoff, contain nearly as much lead in puree than in those unhealthy Lunchables. We are talking about parts per billion. It's totally irrelevant and impossible.
This is also something it's true with all types of food. How many of you guys have ever bought a bag of sugar and there was a bug in the sugar? Yeah, bro, this guy cooked. Always, right? That's because there is an acceptable amount of bugs and bug parts inside of food. The acceptable amount is not 0. There is an actual ratio, and it's decided by the FDA.
Prevent the consumption of lead, cadmium, arsenic, etc. All things that are incredibly abundant on Earth.
You will eat
the
the
important
bugs.
thing is mitigating exposure reasonably. Not claiming your product is better for you because it may have less lead.
It may.
LMAO. Dark chocolate has so much lead in it. It's crazy how prevalent lead is. They aren't fucking putting lead in the product, you moron. This is so misleading. I wouldn't want this idiot anywhere near my product. Holy shit, haha. If you actually want to improve people's lives and not just make money, make the product yourself and take actual responsibility instead of lying and making a fool of yourself on a daily basis. And maybe let people know that your product is bad for them and they should consider whole food alternatives as often as possible, and that this is a bad thing to market en masse to children without any kind of disclaimer or honesty. Aside from, mine doesn't have lead, which I guarantee it does. Haha, it's simply not possible. So embarrassing, LOL.
See, the thing is, I don't really know how lead, like this, yeah, he fucking cooked them. Like, I don't know a lot about, like, you guys might not know this, but, like, I actually really don't know a lot about nutrition. I don't. And so I had no idea that this was the way it worked. Yeah, no clue whatsoever.
Now, at the end of the day, do I actually care about any of this? No. But I have a duty to inform you.
Right.
Some people say that Dan TDM is finding out just now what a business is. Most businesses exist to just make money.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm more concerned about the very deliberate Black Mirror-esque, let's target children. Yeah, let's carve ourselves a nice market share. We got chocolate, we got hydration, and now we got meat. It's just so...
I don't see the problem with them targeting kids. And I don't, because every company that sells toys targets kids. So until like we have this energy for all of the other companies that are doing it, then I'm not going to uniquely be angry at Logan Paul or Mr. Beast. A toys versus food? Oh yeah. No, but what I'm saying is that marketing even food. Like, are we really going to pretend like food ads, there aren't food ads that are made to target kids? What are we talking about? It's not the same. It's, yeah, it feels different. Cereal? Yeah. I see, like, that's the thing. Yeah, tricks are for kids. Toys aren't targeting kids. Then stop thinking about toys. There's plenty of food that you have that for as well. They do, but kids aren't following their lives and watching their videos. And that's what I was saying before about how I think that people really need to reevaluate and redefine what their relationship with influencers and content creators are. Because I think that people put way too much trust in these people, and they're not people, they're brands. Like, Mr. Beast isn't a person, it's a brand, it's a company. And once you understand that, you can begin to have a healthier relationship with it. Do you think kids can comprehend it? I think that companies oftentimes, like, this is just like this is an example, right? And, like, do you remember back whenever, like, a lot of us were kids in, like, the late 90s, and they had, like, the types of ketchup and mustard that were different colors? Like, they had, like, green mustard and, like, blue ketchup and stuff like that. Remember that? Yeah, so, like, that's an example. It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, that's what my mom said. She'd never buy it for me. She was nasty. But, like, I saw the ad, and, like, those ads were for kids. I feel like a lot of food ads are for kids. I don't really see that, like, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast doing this is, like, a unique evil. Now, if you want to say all advertising that is focusing on kids should be against the rules, then okay, that's fine. But that they're uniquely bad, I don't think so. Awful take, bro. Why are you holding the consumers responsible for the trash these people are putting out there? Well, can I understand this a little bit more? So why do you make shit comparisons? Don't copy other brands. So can you explain to me what I'm saying that's not accurate? Yeah, I'm really confused about this because I really think that I don't think that I'm being unreasonable with this at all. Yeah, let me listen to what he's saying. I have 3 kids, and what you're saying is 100% on target? Yeah, of course. But, like, I mean, it sounds more like you're giving these creators more of a pass than the people being targeted. Yeah, I am kind of giving them a pass to an extent because I don't think that they're different than any other company that's trying to sell a product. What part of them trying to sell a product is different than Lunchables trying to sell a product or any other company like Trix or anything else like Zebra Cakes, Little Debbie? What's the difference there? How do you feel like that's different? Sure, that doesn't make the companies any better, but why make it sound like an excuse as these guys too? Because it does. If something is a market standard, but you're only applying that standard to one person in the market, then it's not an actual market standard, and you're just mad at the person and not the market. So that's the reason why. It's because if it's a standard that's being used, that's only being applied to one group of people, then the standard is not a standard, it's a weapon. So when I see other companies that do the exact same thing that Mr. Beast and Logan Paul do, and then they don't receive criticism for it, and then Mr. Beast and Logan Paul do something, and they do, it makes me think that the reason why it's happening isn't because of the action, it's because of the person, which is different. That's my point. Companies are not influencers. What do you think a commercial is? What do you think paying a celebrity is? I mean, the product just came out. If Lunchables did the same now, they would get shit too, but I don't know, maybe not. No, they don't. All the time, people come out with competing products. Anytime that a product is released, there's a store brand of that product for, not McDonald's, for H-E-B, for, I don't know, probably Costco or Publix or Walmart. Yeah. I don't see, this is the thing, right? Is like, I don't see where Like, I don't see where this hostility's come from. They make YouTube videos which target kids and also push this. Their reach and influence is far higher. TV ads, sure, but the kids are also consuming their content and being pushed these products. You think that Logan Paul and Mr. Beast are more influential than Nestle? I'm sorry, but you are very, very, very misled. These companies like Logan Paul, like all three of these guys put together, are not even 1% as big as the companies that they're competing against. I don't think you understand how large some of these food conglomerates are. Like, it's insane. I don't agree. I think nowadays they are. I don't think so at all. But they're unregulated. They're cowboys. They're not unregulated. I guess we'll see when different celebs that aren't in the market join in the market they have zero place in being in, but that's just me, I guess. Well, who determines whether somebody has a place being in a market or not? Well, I'll tell you who determines who has a place being in a market. The market does. The market decides. And for better or for worse, I think that, again, there's a lot of unique hostility that's being put towards these guys. And I don't really think that it's fair. I don't think that it's fair. And when I see a standard that's being applied unevenly, I don't respect it. I don't. Like, I don't take it seriously at all. That's my opinion. You say that because you're an influencer selling products too? It's not uneven? So can you explain what you mean by this? We'll go through one more, then I want to finish this, and that way we can move on. Saying that influencers get harsher criticism? I think that's true. I think that when, like for example, like Pokimane makes a type of cookie, I think that the amount of criticism and the conversation that surrounded that was way larger than if a random company had made that same kind of cookie. There's a million types of cookies like that on the market right now. Let's see if there's any more comments this person's going to make. That's a fair point. I was thinking about your PC builds. Tech tubers criticize most companies equally, for example. I can't say for the food space. Hard to think of examples right now. So you think that because I'm an owner of Starforge, I have this opinion? What does that have to do with what the opinion is? It's either right or not. Ban a gotcha? Yeah, this one is a ban. Definitely a ban. He's saying that you're biased on principle and will take this position just because? Yeah, it's just somebody's calling me. Yeah, fuck that. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, like, in your face. This shit will probably increase childhood obesity and cancers by 400%. The entire ingredients list are probably just carcinogens. Personally, I don't really care that they're doing this to make money, other than the fact that it's dystopian and weird. But I will say,
I don't think it's even weird.
It just doesn't make sense as a product. Lunchables already exists, and now
now we're talking. He brings up a very good point. Yeah, who asked?
Trying to mod them, but you're getting destroyed in the court of public opinion. And your product barely hit the shelves yet. Having a middle ground product that is marketed as healthy but not really is probably going to do more damage than simply encouraging children to be on a healthy, whole foods, balanced diet and junk food in moderation. Because now they're going to get psyoped into believing that Lunchly and meals ready to eat like this are nutritious. It's also...
Of course they are. That's the way it is. That's why they're selling them. They're selling them under the idea that it's something that's nutritious. People don't associate Nestle with a face. Well, no, I understand, but what I'm saying is that my point in making the comparison is that saying that it's easier to criticize an influencer because it's a person and not a company and it has a face, like, I think that proves the fact that I think that the criticism is circumstantial and I don't think it's objective. Does that make sense?
Sad that their marketing
that's my point that I'm making.
Contingent on one-upping the existing competitors.
That's always
I shouldn't even say competitors because they were there first, but they can't actually do anything unique or original. It's just astroturfed from the beginning. There you have it, your daily dose of slop from the third eye himself. If you guys want daily uploads, go check out the second channel, also known as the Cooler Channel, Philly on Live. No, I'm just playing. You'll be seeing a lot more of me on this channel because I don't really care anymore, chat.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is like I try to be reasonable, and I think that sometimes people get too much into like a super sense of negativity with different things. I don't really think that it's a problem that they're trying to sell it. I think the only issue, there's a video, give it a like. Philian is the one that made the Bored Apes video. I remember that shit. That shit was fucking crazy. Because the influencer's whole thing is that they're better than corporations like Pokimane. Yeah, but every corporation says that. Like, every corporation says that they're better than the other corporations, except for, like, a handful of them that have just accepted the fact that they are the corporate overlords. Like, they all do this, and that's why they hire celebrities to be endorsements for the products. Yeah,